Thank you for watching me on YouTube. As always, I encourage people to post their comments at the bottom and rate it however you want. I usually talk about things that's going on in my community, what's going on with the government, or things that I see in the media. Once again, to all those who are watching me from across the world, I want to say thank you for watching me on YouTube. I want to talk about the Republican Party, the Tea Party movement, and the CPAC convention. I want to also clarify all the things that I've heard from some of the critics who have been watching my videos and set the record straight. The first thing is that I'm an independent voter. I voted for Republican and Democrat in my past time, and I will continue to do so in 2010 at the midterm elections if I choose to vote. I support the Democratic Party right now because I want comprehensive health care reform. I want to end the war in Iraq, and I want to end the war in Afghanistan. I want something done about the banks. The banks are taking advantage of people like me. I want credit card reform. I want to have decent jobs for all Americans. I do not want to take from the government. I don't want no handouts from the government. What I want is independence from the government. Not saying that I'm conservative on most issues. I tend to be libertarian on some things. I'm not saying that I'm liberal on everything, but I have a view that is moderate. Whether you like it or not, I have my views, and you can say whatever you want about me, but that's just me. Now on to the video. The Republican Party is trying to channel on the anger of the Tea Party movement. It's been over a year since President Obama and the Democratic Congress had tried to get the health care reform passed. Alongside this is the Republicans who oppose this. They oppose the big government, they oppose the big spending, and they oppose President Obama's policies. They even tried to block his Supreme Court nominee. The Republicans have been using this party of no label with a T. They're proud of being in opposition to President Obama. It may backfire against them, but right now they sense blood in the waters. They see that the Democrats are facing tougher re-elections, and any incumbent is really going to be having trouble trying to win. Right now, with the Tea Party movement growing, the conservative grassroots movement is now starting to channel up a lot of the conspiracy theories that the Republican Party doesn't want to be tied to. Usually you hear a lot of the concerns from many of the conservatives by saying that President Obama is a socialist, he's a Marxist, he's a racist, he listens to Saul Alinsky, his pastors are racist, he's coming from Chicago, Chicago has a notorious history of corruption. All the stuff that they want to say is gathered up in a ball of hate and ignorance. They listen to talk radio, they listen to Fox News, and they get their information off the internet. And then they believe everything that someone says, whether it's demeaning the president or demeaning myself. White supremacists are now trying to channel into the anger of the Tea Party movement by promoting this anti-immigration issue, which means that they hate Latino people, they hate Hispanics, they hate anybody coming from across the country to live in their homes or live in their neighborhoods. I mean, this is serious. We even got birthers, people who still challenge President Obama's citizenship, people who want to go into courts filing frivolous lawsuits trying to say that President Obama committed an act of treason. They want to impeach President Obama for just doing what he's doing when they clearly don't understand the articles of impeachment. Now, I might not sound pretty up to par with the Republican Party on certain things, but I know one thing. The Republican Party doesn't stand for this stuff, and I wish they would drop it. Unfortunately, with the Tea Party movement and the CPAC convention, I think the Republicans are one and the same with the Tea Party movement. You see all these signs with President Obama being depicted as Hitler. Yes, there were people depicting Bush as Hitler too. It's still offensive regardless of who's the president. But the thing is that they're channeling into these racial code words. In the last video, I said socialism was, well, I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to just say basically, anytime that you hear a Republican claim that President Obama is something that he's not, it's coded for being black or coded for the N-word. Whether you agree with it or not, that's just how I see it. However, you know, with that being said, we got so many things we got to accomplish. The Republicans are not going to do nothing. They don't have no plans. But yet they want to channel on the anger of these Tea Party movements by saying that they oppose big government, they oppose big spending, when they clearly allowed President Bush to lead us into 2 wars. He allowed us to go into this high spending, established new government bureaucracies, and gave us the TSA and the Department of Homeland Security. Not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just big government. Sometimes I realize that we all have good ideas, and we all have ideas that we want to share with the world. Whether you agree with the message or not, it's just how it is. Michael Steele, initially I thought he was going to ruin the Republican Party. I mean, they wanted to at least show that they can allow black people to lead the party. But his misdoings has gotten the Republican Party really upset. I mean, he's charging thousands of dollars on the Republican bill. He's taking lavish luxury trips. He has been a bumbler, a stumbler, and he's also a hypocrite at best. But yet he's feeling good because he's got New Jersey, he's got Massachusetts, and he's got Virginia. And he's feeling good about Ohio because the current governor, Ted Strickland, a Democrat, is trailing against John Kasich, a former talk show host on Fox News and former congressman from Ohio. John Boehner, Mike Pence, Eric Cantor, and Mitch McConnell, you know, they really have no clue on what's going on with the American public. Although they think they know, they actually don't know. They're only channeling into the quote-unquote angry white male voter, because you see this in the movement. You see angry people who are trying to demonize people like me who support the president. Not saying I'm going to completely support the president on everything. I'm just going to support him on healthcare reform, ending the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, and establishing jobs for all Americans. None of this crap about voting for him because he's black. I didn't care if he was Hispanic, Asian, white. It didn't matter. President Barack Obama knows what he's doing. Whether you like it or not, he's still the president. I respect him. I respect Vice President Joe Biden, as well as I respected Vice President Dick Cheney and President George W. Bush. I may have had disagreements with either side of the political spectrum, but I know in my head and in my heart that this man knows what he's doing, and he's trying to fix this economy. And whether you complain on my page or you complain to the local representative, that's just how it is. The Republican Party, I commend you on some of the good things you have done to try to get the party back together. But I condemn you for allowing the Tea Party movement to become a racial thing and try to allow all these crazy people to join the movement. If you want to protest, that's fine. The idea started from Ron Paul. You're trying to capitalize on his ideas. It's a damn shame that y'all won't pick him to be your president. You boo him because he's not mainstream like Sarah Palin and Mitt Romney. You want to boo him because he's not like Mike Huckabee or Mike Pence. Come on now. Think for a second. If people like Ron Paul, why is his movement still going? President Obama, I wish you well. To the Republican Party, have some ideas.